friends, I am Delta, and to all my American viewers, happy Independence Day, you goddamn traitors. After seeing what's happening with Trump and the taxes and all that bullshit, we at the British Empire like to formally extend an invitation to come back and, get your shit together. So if it wasn't clear, I'm going to do a very special American episode. Because, 4th of July, fun stuff, I like to be obnoxious. Like a true American, which I'm not. And today I've got something incredibly great. Something a lot of people might not even know they did. Bioshock Infinite toys. They did Bioshock figures in general. They also did Borderlands ones. And I'm glad I got this one because Handsome Jack was 150 quid and I'm not fucking getting him for that price. So as you can see, I've got Benjamin Franklin. This is a concept figure. I think he is in the actual game. I know they did, I think an Abe Lincoln one you can fight. He's fun to fight. They also did an actual George Washington figure of this. Same style, more or less. But just looking at the packaging, I mean, it's in this blister packaging no one fucking likes. Yes, it's, let's be honest, the packaging is fucked. It's crumpled up. It's still in box. Not for long. I'm going to open it up because, what use is a toy if you don't play with the fucking thing? The back looks nice. It looks amazing. I love Bioshock Infinite, and I cannot understate just how great it is. Never played the first game. Never touched the second. Call me a fake fan. I've completed Infinite like 3-4 times. I'm just being honest, okay? Okay, so actually opening him up, it's going to be a little bit nerve-wracking, but, I've got a knife. I mean, old man versus knife, who's going to win? The best way I know of dealing with this kind of packaging is just trying to cut a little bit into the plastic and then just cut down the side, if it can. I fucking hate this packaging, let's be honest. No one likes this shit. I'm trying my best not to cut too much into it, because I still want to keep the packaging, despite it being an old fucking toy. Okay, so I've cut them out. The best way to do it like this is just cut open like a sardine can. Take out this. Like, sure, this doesn't have anything too interesting on it, but at the very least, you can remove it to keep it somewhat safe. And getting out the extra parts, I think the best one to do first. I mean, you can see just how big these flags are. Let me just take out the entire thing. I really want to be careful with this. Yeah. I want to be careful. Instantly smacks it. So, plastic might be melting a bit because, this is an old fucking toy. At least just on that part of the arm. So trying to get out the actual flags. I think. Oh yeah, they do. See, that's what I love. I mean, just looking at the flag, it's as big as my goddamn arm. It's going to look amazing on him. Sure, it's kind of warped because it's been in the packaging for so long, but at the very least, it looks how it does in the game. Okay, next we're going to try and take out the head, which, yeah, okay, so here's the thing. You can see a bunch of gunk and stuff. This happens to a lot of old figures where it's like whatever paint or washes they use, it kind of gums up, gets really disgusting, which is sad. It's happened a lot on figures, which, I mean, it is sad that it happens, but it just makes it feel worse to handle, especially if it's sticky like that. It makes it look like I've just bled everywhere. Disappointing, but the head still looks nice. It's a solid head. I mean, as it should be. It's supposed to be a fucking head. Okay, so we go on the back because they have these annoying little twisty ties. Hopefully these haven't fucked anything up for being in the packaging for so long. It's only four or five. 2 on the arms, 2 on the legs, 1 on the gun. I'll do that because it shouldn't be too hard. And then try to take him out afterwards. Just feel it. cautious. I'll go for the gun first. Because is this? I think if you do it in the right way, yeah. If you're slow enough, you do it in the right place. The barrels actually spin. My god, is that cool! Like, it actually has movable parts to make it actually work like the gun does in the game. And then coming to Franklin himself, trying to get him out, you'd have to be a bit cautious, because these parts do like to kind of cling on to... Don't fall, man. Definitely need to clean up that part, because... See, here's the thing I found about figures. When they get to a certain time in their life, they just go back to being oil, which is never a good thing, especially for a collectible like this. There we go. So, Franklin looks amazing. Unfortunately, whoever had him beforehand, there was mold growing on him. Okay, that's the thing. Another thing, he doesn't really want to stand too well, which is, you know, fucking alcoholic. But he had mold growing on his arm, which is not something you want from a figure like this. I did manage to clean it up, so that's good. But I still think that's an issue that a lot of things need to have, because you can see where I had to rub it off, maybe, just here. I will probably disinfect it a bit as well, just to make sure it's properly clean. But as a figure, this is a lot bigger than I thought he'd be. He actually does feel rather nice to handle and pose. Obviously, his posability isn't too good, especially because the entire back of him, you can see why he's so back heavy. Like the other parts of him, his head can actually look around. It has really nice range of motion. The arm can move out. You've actually got two different versions of the hinge joint on the arm, especially because, you know, this one has the exposed, you know, bearing. Just be careful actually moving it, because thin. And he does have some really, really nice hand articulation. Obviously his hand is stuck monopose, which is, it makes sense for holding his gun, but everything else, you can't really do shit with it. You'd expect the back wheels here to move, but no. Okay, yeah, so the actual strap here is cut in half and glued in two separate places, so you can't, you know, move it. The hinge on his knee, I can't really move because of this bit of plastic here, but obviously you can do it on the non-fucked up, or the more fucked up leg. You can even, yeah, you can make him kick like that if you want. It's stupid. He does have like really nice. I'm just gonna say this in general. Like, his posability is, it's sort of limited, but at the same time it's more than you'd expect. And trying to remove the head, that's where it gets a little bit tricky, because you don't want to break off his glasses. You do have to be a little bit careful, because these aren't really attached too well. Obviously you can have him headless, but that just look dumb. So luckily the alternate head can just slide in. You just have to be careful with it. Okay, it is a little bit hard to put the ball into the socket, but it looks really lovely. Sure, you can't really move. It's not like Franklin said, where it's got two ball joints. It's only got one. But with how his head looks, one, it looks freaky. Two, it just looks great. Kind of looks like the bottom jaw and the nose are made out of wood. And now I believe it's time we do the most important thing to any good patriotic American. We have to give him his flags. I believe they just slot into the back here. You just have to make sure they go all the way in and not, you know, fall out. I think this is how it should look. The only thing I can say is, my god, does that look great. And if... stand your drunk. Bloody alcoholic, I swear to god. I'm the only drunk one around here. And now it's time we give him his gun. Now, no word of a lie. In between takes of, doing him, I've just been, rotating this around purely because it's just so much fun when they add like a little thing like this. So to actually get him into his hand, you do need to work the joints a bit. Just need to make sure it's stable enough. And I definitely need to get a stand from, maybe I'll just position him like this. Because then you can slowly push in the gun into his hand if it will bloody go. Here's the thing, you might need to get hairdryer or something just to heat up the hands, just to expand the plastic a little bit so you can actually fit it into his bloody hands. Okay, so until I can actually heat up the hands and properly get it in, this is the best I can get it without breaking anything, let's just be honest. And it looks bloody great. Like, I cannot understate just how amazing Franklin looks. Sure, he had a bit of mold on him. Yes, he's really annoying to kind of get upright, especially because he feels wobbly, but I absolutely adore him. And I can gladly say that if you can find Franklin, get him. This entire channel basically is just me saying, if you like it, get it. But I'm just showing you, how the figure is. Ultimately, it's your decision. If you like how he looks and you want him, you can find him. He is going bold, like me and like you. He has a gun, like me and like you. He's American, unlike me, and probably not you, unless you're like the one of 3 people who are actually watching this in America. I do like the wheels on the sides. It's got the entire structure at the back. He is truly an American. Something I will never be, but I eat like one, so I'm basically close enough. And join me on next year's video where I get myself a gun and I shoot something for fun. Probably a watermelon, because that's all I can afford.